This is Robert Plank from plugindashboard.com, and I want to share with you the quick tool that I use to quickly customize and install all the plugins on my site all at once. If you don't use WordPress yet, it's the easiest way to click around and create a bunch of content, create any site that does whatever you want and looks any way you want. Install the plugins you want, install the themes you want, install the content you want. And the good thing about WordPress is that it literally does anything you want. But the bad thing is that there's a lot of things to navigate, a lot of things to remember. And what I'm showing you right here is one of our team sites. And this is basically where I put a lot of my notes and checklists. And this particular checklist is the steps I go through when I set up a new blog kind of site, a new SEO blog as we call it, and this is one of those. This is a site where we add our YouTube videos, add updates and things like that, but we have to install the same theme on all these sites. We have to install the same plugins on all these sites, and then we have to go into each and every one of those plugin settings and then go and customize each of those. Wouldn't it be great to be able to do it all in one click? I'm looking at my notes here and I have to install a theme, set up the links, update the plugins that are there, install this theme, install that plugin, install this other setting, put this CSS code so it looks the way I want, it has the colors I want. I have to add in this signature here so that it has a signature link at the bottom of things. I have to add this tracking code. So we're already looking at half an hour, if not longer, of putting in different plugins, pasting in different code. Wouldn't it be great if it all took place all at once? Well, you're in luck because it does. Here's a brand new blank site called Membership Newbie. There's nothing on it. It just uses the brand new blank out of the box theme. And we can go and install the plugin dashboard plugin. This is a premium plugin you can grab at plugindashboard.com. Once it's on here, we can go to the settings, and there's a lot of things at first glance, but if we scroll down, we see that, okay, first of all, we can click on the check boxes, and if you want to add this broken link checker, this contact form, you can just check the boxes for the plugins you want to install. So if we just check even just these two boxes and then go and uninstall the plugins that we chose, then we can see here it's adding the broken link checker plugin, it's updating the version of WordPress on here to the most recent version, putting in the contact form plugin, and then making sure and running through each plugin and just making sure that everything's up to date. So now we have two plugins on here, and if we look at our plugins page again, then because we checked those boxes, now it added broken link checker and added contact form 7. So that's basically the idea behind Plugin Dashboard, that you check the boxes for the plugins you want to add to your site, and this way you just go through this list of recommended plugins. You don't have to go and find out what's the best redirection plugin, or what's the best table plugin, or the best font plugin, or the best SEO plugin. You just choose between one of the ones that are in our list. So you can go and add in plugins to make a help desk, a form, a directory, a calendar, shopping cart, social network, all kinds of cool stuff. But then if we go here, we can add our own plugins, and then we can go and adjust things like the theme on our site. So we can say, well, let me flip through some of these different themes, and so I can just go back to my checklist here, and I can knock out most of this just on one screen using Plugin Dashboard, because I wanted to set the permalink to the post name so that I can go through and click the links. So I can go here and say change permalinks to show this kind of link format. I can go to my notes again and say I want to install this theme to make the site look a certain way, and I can just go and find it, change the theme to the theme that I had chosen. I go back on my notes and I should add some CSS, so I just highlight this out of my notes, right click and copy. And normally if I gave you some kind of code to customize the look of your web pages, you'd say, well, that sounds great, but what do I do? Where do I put it? Got to put it in a plugin, got to find the themes, the settings for that. We just can scroll up, and you see here there's sections in Plugin Dashboard where if you want to add a signature under every post and page of your blog, you just paste the code in here, it installs the plugin to do that, and then tells the plugin, here's the code we want. And then here's what we're actually looking for, is this custom CSS, so I can just right click and paste this, all this gobbledygook in here, without even having to know what it does. And then when I go and save those changes for that, it will just go and set up the theme that I wanted and then set up the CSS code that I wanted. And if I visit the site again, then now we go. Now we don't have any content yet, but already the site has drastically changed to have the theme I want and have the colors I want. So I can just go through my notes here and say, all right, well, I want to add this CSS code to my site. I want to add this link underneath all my posts. So I can just go back to the plugin dashboard settings, and I'll just say underneath every post, add this signature. Boom. Now underneath every post on my blog, it will have this signature link. I can go and say, here's the tracking code here. So I'll highlight this tracking code, right click and copy, and then go to custom headers and footers. We don't want to put it at the top, we do want to put it at the bottom, so then we just right click and paste that in there as well. So we can just totally customize everything about the site, which plugins we want, the look and feel, the signature under posts, the code at the top and bottom of the page. We can say different things like how is the site going to update, what's the front page, are you going to notify me if there's new updates on the site, and you just check what you want, click one button, and it saves you the hassle and the trouble of having to go out and research all your plugins or having to install 10 different plugins and fiddle around and figure out where all of the settings for that at. You just can get your blank site to the point where you can get the everything where you want it. Now we're going to make a post on the site, and now we're going to look at the site that we just created, and now we have the theme that we like. We have this special signature link under every post. We have it customized with the colors that we want, and then we can even go back and see it just about all on one screen at the plugin dashboard area and see, well, here's the post signature, here's the CSS for the site, here's the header and the footer, and here are all the plugins that I've put on my site. Now, some of these might be free plugins, some of them might be custom or premium plugins. You can see here there are some other plugins that we added, and we can just easily see all in one screen on one plugin dashboard what we have installed and how the site is set up. So that's how to quickly customize the CSS, add code to the top and bottom of your site. So I can say the header code, or I can say on the footer, I can say tracking code at the bottom, and then save that. And now you don't have to worry about what plugins to use or what settings to go to. See, it added this at the top of my site, it added the signature link, and at the bottom it's got the tracking code. So by using Plugin Dashboard, you can manage and update your plugins, and you can also customize the CSS, the look and feel and colors and fonts and font sizes of your site, and also add in header and footer code, and then post signatures. The tool for that is Plugin Dashboard. Get it at plugindashboard.com. I'm Robert Plank from Plugin Dashboard, and thank you.